Yeah, I thought it was a solid performance. I don't know. It is important that we got out on the court. First time for a lot of these players. We obviously had a close scrimmage here. We had the road, but it's different at home. Different emotions, different energy, different nerves that go into that. And thought our group really did some things that were pretty solid most of the night. You could see, we were kind of excited to play, so I think that led to a lot of fouls early. We got to clean those things up and do those things better fundamentally. Missed some shots that I think we'll make over time, so we got to clean those things up. But all in all, pretty good performance.
You had said before, Jeff, in October that there were a lot of unknowns with this team. Were you able to find any answers to some of those unknowns tonight?
I don't know that I found any tonight. I think through practice and through just this early fall, we're starting to get some answers. I still think that, one of the things that when we're going into these games, it's important that we get these players minutes together. And, it's why I'm changing the lineup a lot. It's why I'm changing rotations a lot. I think every opportunity to get them some different connections with each other on the floor. So, I think we still got a lot of things we got to answer. Can we rebound against size? Tonight we really weren't challenged in that area, so we've got to do those things better in practice.
What did Taran give you tonight?
Yeah, well, you look at her stat line. I mean, very efficient, 12 assists, no turnovers. I mean, just a little bit of everything, right? And more importantly for her, it's just those that have watched her grow, see her playing with just a confident pace out there. You saw it last year. We've seen it continue to grow this year. It'll be interesting as we progress as a basketball team, whether she's off the ball more or with the ball more. That's something that we're still experimenting with, but really good performance by her.
What were you hoping to see coming in tonight just before the game? Just what was kind of going through your head for that?
Yeah, I've said this a couple times. Whatever you invest in practice, you want to see that those things are good, right? So when you talk about us, we've spent a lot of time on just the fundamentals defensively. So from that standpoint, I was a little disappointed because way too many fouls, way too many hand checks. That's an area that we've invested time in not doing those things, right? So that's disappointing. I did think our communication defensively, some of our switch outs, some of our ball screen coverages were really pretty solid. And so from that standpoint, I saw that really good. I did not think Omaha pushed it against us, so it's difficult for me to judge transition D. That would have been an area that I would have liked to have been tested more tonight. And then, when you get in a game like this, one, can they handle success and stay playing clean basketball? They did a pretty good job of that. Can they stay unselfish, and can they keep sharing the basketball to the right player? I think all in all, pretty solid most of the night.
Effort is something that you've preached, and we saw it for 40 minutes tonight. Just what were your thoughts when watching that?
I thought it was pretty good. I think you saw the same thing I saw because, I'm judging that with 3-4 minutes to go. Do we have our hands up? Are we talking? And I really thought, for the most part, I didn't think we had a whole lot of lapses. Some of the threes that they hit late, obviously, those were more credit to them and our coverage that they got those threes. We were going under some stuff, and they finally started knocking some things down. So I thought our effort was pretty good.
What are your thoughts on the freshmen? It felt like each one had their own kind of moments where they shined tonight.
Yeah, I think all of them did good things. All of them did good things tonight. I thought Jordan improved defensively. It's an area that she's working harder at, improving. I thought her recognition of things was better. She did not shoot it great, but she made good moves off the bounce. Her rod got off to a rough start in She had some layup opportunities she didn't finish, but I liked her activity. You saw as the game went on what kind of versatile player. Gina had the foul trouble early. You saw her make a really good adjustment in the second half to get the hands off. And then you saw Anaya Foy have a really good fourth quarter, and I thought she played really well. So, yeah, I thought all the freshmen really did some nice things.
And then you guys played so well, and I said that there were some areas that you wish that you were tested more. Is there one thing in particular that you're going to be like, hey, first thing, practice tomorrow, this is what we're working on from today? Well,
They'll be excited. There's not practice tomorrow, so we got the day off. But when we get back to work, I think that, I'm going to guess I'm not going to like our box outs when I just look at it. I'm going to say that we just rebounded the ball because we chased it better and we were bigger and more athletic. And so, therefore, I'm probably going to be pretty nitpicky on that. And because we didn't get tested in that area tonight, it's probably going to be a pretty big part of practice going forward, because I think we'll be tested more in the coming weeks. So I know we will be. So that standpoint defensively. Offensively, I don't know how to gauge the half court. We weren't in the half court enough tonight. I didn't like our pace at times in the half court. It felt like very one person would do something, then we'd go, oh, okay, it's time for me to do something. Oh, wait, it's time for me to do something. And our timing in that has got to be better. Now, that's just my eyes watching it. I'll evaluate it tonight, but I think the half court's going to be tough for me to evaluate.
There was an adjustment this season on the hand check foul. Has there been an adjustment without growing pains to that? Do you ref it much at practice?
Yeah, I got to look at that on film. I didn't think we were as bad as they were calling it. So I got to really look at that. There was an adjustment to the rule, but it was actually a more aggressive adjustment in that you could measure them up a couple times now, so you could get multiple touches. So I got to look at it. I don't know that. Yeah, I got to look at it to see, what we can do in practice to officiate that better and teach it better. Yeah, I don't know. They kept all three officials though kept talking about Garcia, how handsy she was, and so they kept telling us. So I've really got to take a look at that, because she picked up three pretty quick ones, and fortunately for her, we're in a game where I can still get her minutes, because, if it was a really tight game, I would have probably not gotten her some extra minutes there.
When the shots stopped falling from outside, you guys seemed to adjust and found stuff in other places. Did you like how that ended up for you, or would you like?
I think in that stretch we just got some steals and we're able to get some layups that way. I don't, I still don't know that. I think watching us tonight, it would be hard to gauge in the half court what we're good at, and I don't mean that critically of our team. I just don't think we were in it very much. I just don't think we were in it enough to really get a gauge of what kind of rhythm that was going to take. So I'll look at it on film and see, and certainly we'll get back to the drawing board against our practice squad and see if there's some things that there's a ton of things we can get better at. I just don't know how to gauge that today.
How do you evaluate Arenas' performance tonight?
I thought she was really efficient. And what she's really given us too is an ability to score one-on-one. She's got the good step back. If she gets to that left hand, she's got a nice floater. She can also get to the rim there, and I'm still evaluating Garcia, Sides, and Arenas of how to best utilize them together, because all three of them bring some things. Gina is really the only true point that thinks like a point guard, that thinks pass first. Both Sides and Arenas, they go look for their shot. But I thought Arenas played really well, and I liked her defense better tonight too than I liked it. It's an area that we've asked her to be peskier. It's an area that we've asked her to be more disruptive, and I thought she was pretty good tonight.
Back to Taran Sides. We have folks coming from Northwest Kansas to watch her play. But what do you need to see from her throughout the season? Now she's a junior on a rebuilt roster. What do you want to see from her over the long run?
Yeah, well, I wasn't real happy at the end of the first quarter because we messed that into quarter play up. I got to see those things better from her. So play right in front of us, and we had messed up a couple of them at Tarleton. We spent some time on it this week. Those things got to be better because she is a veteran and she has been in these kind of, let me just put it this way. She's been in a lot of different environments. She's got to use those experience. She's played at Kentucky. She's played at Iowa. She's played in the biggest games in the Big 12. We got to draw from those experiences. And what I've loved about her from the summer on was primarily as a sophomore, we were running her off as a shooter. This summer, she really was more of a scorer. And she started to show that ability to play with pace that is required as a scorer. So I want to see her continue to do that because I think there's a lot more in her. Man, I tell you what, playing on a Monday night, you guys got a lot of time to fill tomorrow, don't you?
Janessa Cotton
Yeah.
kind of came out of the gate real strong and
Yeah.
to start off. What did you think about how she played?
Yeah, I liked the way Janessa played. I really did. I thought she played with a little calmer than she's played. Thought she was rushed at Tarleton. A lot of the things that we're doing offensively puts her into a decision-making spot on the floor. She's going to be in the middle of the floor a lot. She's going to be involved in the short roll game, which depending on how the defense plays us, she's going to be in that spot to make decisions. And we have constantly talked to her about slower is better. Slower is better. And tonight you saw that be better. So I think it's a good step for her because she was rushed at Tarleton. She wasn't seeing it very well, so I really thought she got off to a nice start. And I thought she had a good practice. I thought she's had a good couple days of practice. It looked like she was starting to see things better, and it looked like the game was slowing down for her. But Tim, back to that point, she's a player that only played about 45, 50 minutes last year at Duke. Had the injury. Didn't play all summer for us because she was the strength for the back. So she just needs time. She needs minutes. She needs reps. She needs time. She's going to be a heck of a player. So we just got to keep getting her out there and giving her some time. All right, guys. Thank you.